My autism has been stirred up, so now you must suffer too. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade. Talking about all the clans. That's right, all of them. Not, I'm kidding. It's not gonna be every single one that exists ever, but it's gonna be all the general ones that you can find on the World of Darkness on the Paradox Interactive. I'll link that down below. What I plan on doing for this video is shooting off the hip my descriptions of each one of these, whatever first comes to mind, and essentially just kind of keep going from there. I feel like this would be a lot of fun. It might be able to, there's going to be a lot of Vampire the Masquerade lingo as well. So if you're not completely familiar with it, don't worry, I'll try using as much as I can. But there's going to still be quite a bit of Vampire lingo. And with that being said, we could hop into our first group. Are you tired of society? Are you tired of people keeping you down? Are you tired? Do you like punk rock? Do you like drinking Monster, punching holes in walls? You're a Bruja. I'm a Bruja. Everyone's a Bruja. Not really though. I'm a Bruja because I would punch a wall if given the chance. The Bruja are all about passion and anger and being very, very angry. Always angry. Like they're always hopped up on steroids. I love them. They are very fun. Honestly, a majority of them are big muscle heads, but you can have very skinny Bruja too. Very not muscular Bruja, and those are usually the scariest Bruja. If you see a twink and they're a Bruja, they might be able to pick up a car and throw it at you. You wouldn't know until you piss them off. Don't piss them off. Yeah, Bruja, amazing group. So I did do my research for this one. Don't get mad at me. The Banu Hakim are also the same as the Assamites from V20. To vampire people, they know what that means. To non-vampire people, two different names, the same people. And what are they? They are vampire assassins that are more closely related to the humanity side. They love drinking vampire blood. They love killing vampires. They're very neat. That's about it. I haven't really played with any Banu Hakim. I've never played with any Assamites either. So I wouldn't know how they are story-wise. I think that they could be pretty fun to play. I'm not exactly sure on all this stuff, but I don't know. Banu Hakim, keep doing what you're doing, because you're gonna make me Banu Hakrim. That's horrible. La Sombra. Oh, God. La Sombra, overall, are very cool concept-wise. Cool. They're on the one side of the Oblivion coin. They're all about shadows and lurking in it. They can make a doo-doo shit cloud, which is one of their special abilities. No one can see in it except for me in V20 or in V5. Some people can see with certain abilities. They're always trying to get power as well. Very Sabbat heavy, but there are some Camarilla and there's some Anarchs. Of course, all of these. I'm looking over at the website right now. Act as puppeteers. I can assure you, with the ones that I played, yes, that's exactly how they played it. And they weren't really that good at it. When you're a puppeteer that does have strings and you're trying to make someone dance, it doesn't really work out. You need a lot more than fancy lingo and shadow powers to make someone dance. Like blackmail. Speaking on the other side of the Oblivion coin, we have the Hakata. I'm very biased because one of my favorite characters that I enjoy is a part of this clan. I don't play him, by the way. My friend does, and his Hakata is awesome. They're all about, you know, selling money, kind of like a Ventru. The one that I'm friends with is all about death. He works at a mortuary. But he's not, he's all about trying to figure out more about what a certain clan knows more. And also, you know, spirits, ghosts. Overall, the Hakata are very interesting individuals. I believe the Giovanni fall underneath that spectrum too. And I just want to say, whoever wrote the thing about them having like an incest circle, why? You need to be put in front of a firing squad and killed? Oh, also, little tidbit, adding this in. My Hakata friend, we were trying to figure out where a haven was, a secret haven, and we learned that, unfortunately, a slave knew where it was. Due to his powers, he grabbed the manacles of a slave and forced the slave to tell us where the thing was. He enslaved a slave. Do you like pissing in the woods? Do you love eating animals? Do you love howling at the moon? Are you a fan of Twilight? You're a gangrel. You are a gangrel. Gangrels are fun, though. Gangrels can be a mixture of Wolverine from X-Men, or you could just be a furry, and you're trying to get your furry urges out there. Brother, just put on a fursuit. Just put on a fursuit. The gangrel are all about freedom and living in the woods, shit in the woods, living in the woods. They're very cool. I love them. And if you're a city gangrel, no, you're not. You don't exist. You do not exist as a city gangrel. What, you love living in the town? Well, guess what? Don't get those disciplines. Die, please. The Malkavians. The Malkavians are so fun. Do you have BPD? Are you schizophrenic? Do you have PTSD? You are a Malkavian. And depending on where you are on the web, you might be a prophet or you might be a loser. Either way, Malkavians are very fun to watch. 100%. I love Malkavians. They are always the most interesting to see when they come onto the screen. Some people say that they're wise. Some people say that they're insane. Some people say they're the hobo behind the 7-Eleven doing crack. I hope it's not him, because he foretold that I would get herpes, and that would not be cool. Overall, Malkavian's pretty cool. Highly recommend Malkavian. Alessandra, boo. Malkavians, yeah! It's not showing up. You can't see the thumbs up. The Ministry. I actually don't know much about the Ministry. I think they're the Poison clan, the one that does a lot with the poison in their blood and like entrapping people in like blood bonds and stuff. And if I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen or doubted that they don't exist. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. They probably seem like an interesting clan. I just haven't actually delved into it, and I haven't really seen any of the games that I've watched or played that kind of delved into it. So, don't blame me for not knowing anything. Nosferatu. You know this guy? Hold on. My hand. Which hand will appear? This one? This one? Nope. Okay, there. You see where that little nub is pointing? You see this Nosferatu? Yeah, that Nosferatu. That's pretty accurate. You're ugly as shit, but you're also one of the coolest motherfuckers. I don't like 5E's interpretation that you are not ugly enough to break the Masquerade. I think that is a little bit silly. I like all the other editions where if you're Nosferatu, you are supernaturally ugly and you gotta stay hidden or you would break the Masquerade. Or at least, like, cover your face. Overall, Nosferatus are fun. I love Nosferatus. I've seen so many different types of Nosferatus, and it's so cool every time. It's so cool. Just watch out, or else, you might get a SpongeBob close-up scene. Next thing you know, you're being killed for a Masquerade breach. I love being supernaturally ugly. That's why my mirror breaks every time I look into it. Ravnos. I don't really have too many connections with the Ravnos, mostly I've seen one Ravnos that I've played with. They're alright. Burning because you slept in the same place is kind of wild, though. But that's because they're always supposed to be on the move. They're supposed to be going from place to place. They're supposed to be navigating around, and I'm sorry, I'm reading right now. It's just like, oh, they're always on the move. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I would too. If I had fire in my veins and if I blew up because I slept like a mile near the same place like last time, no, I'd be on the move too. Overall, Ravnos, pretty cool if you want to live the Hermit van style. You know, you can finally be peak hippie. So Lubre, I have no connection. I'm sorry. If anyone wants to talk about it in the comments, go right ahead. I have no idea who they are. I'm not gonna click on the learn more because I'm doing this based off the top of my head knowledge, not like actual delving into the lore knowledge, you know? The Toreador, you like sucking dick? You love sucking pussy? You like pussy? You like fucking? You like sucking? You like doing drugs? You like smoking crack? Good, you're Toreador. This is where all the pretty boys and pretty girls and pretty everyone goes. They're all about the political game, but some of them can do pretty well in regular combat too. I played a Toreador. They're very fun. They're very passionate. Overall, the Toreador are very neat. Very fun, and actually, I would say they're one of the best ways to kind of get introduced to it. That, the Bruja, and I can't think of any other clans that I mean the Nosferatu are pretty interesting as a start out, but yeah, that's the Toreador for you. You like sucking dick? Stop it. Stop being horny. The Tremere are nerds. They sit up in their ivory towers reading their ivory books on how to kill somebody from 2 million miles away with a frog, a wart, and blood. They are very cool, though. I love the Tremere. Did you know that they have a pyramid structure? I believe in lore they had one of the very strong. They just got hit by a cruise missile. That shows you how good the magic is if a cruise missile could take out some of the strongest guns. But you know what? Good for them. Good for them. Overall, the Tremere are very interesting. You can't really pin down a Tremere except for that they might be nerdy and they might like books. Yeah. They're very scheming though. So if you hear a Tremere go, "I have an idea," you might want to be scared. You might want to be. The Ventru. We're all about money. I love gold. I love capitalist pigs. I love swimming in influence and political intrigue. They're also very tough outside of all that political intrigue nonsense. These people are very stern. They will smack you the fuck up and make you bite the curb if you even touch any of their profit margins. Overall, Ventru seem very interesting. Surprisingly enough, I have not met a Ventru in some of my games that I have played. So I'm very excited if I do encounter any. Mitski to 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 Mitski. Say, you see that chair? Flesh chair. You see that door? Flesh door. You see that man? Boom, now he's a dildo. Meat dildo. The Temitski are fucking demons, whether they like to admit it or not. They're all about possessing whatever they want. They will take it by force. They will turn you into a meat cube. They will play Minecraft. You see that super red house? No, you don't. That's a Temitski. They are that flesh house. The Temitski are very, very, very scary. They are very heavily sabbat, but there are some outliers, like every vampire clan. Overall, Temitski flesh mold. I'm a mold my body like Play-Doh. That's it. The Katif. Do you like meta builds? Do you like making up your own clan? Just kidding. You have no clan. But you can have main character syndrome by playing a Katif. I want to have obfuscate, celerity, and potence. I feel like that would be a fun combination. Or maybe some domination. I was thinking of other mental powers. It's not coming to mind. Oblivion. I'm lost. Overall, caitiffs are if you want to try out some and see how it is. Every vampire race hates them, though. You want to know why? Because they can be anything. That you can, if you see a new caitiff, no, you don't, because they're dead. Do you see an old caitiff? No, you don't, because they're probably disguising themselves as a Bruja or one of the other clans. And if you did figure out they're a caitiff, you are dead. Caitiffs are very interesting, though. There's a lot of plot points that you can go with caitiffs. Yeah. Thin Bloods! I love making crack! The 5e has made them a lot more enjoyable. They are the sign of the end times, but I can make crack, so you know what? I'm perfectly happy. Thin Bloods are very interesting characters, depending on what you do. Making chemical ingredients, you got different ways to make funny little potions. You still gotta drink blood. You still, some Thin Bloods can walk out in the sun like nothing ever changed for them. The only thing that sucks is for other vampires, if the Thin Blood gets a little hungry and eats you whole, including your soul, you are not gonna exist no more. Or if they diablerize somebody, they can become the clan of whatever they diablerize. Or if their blood is too thin, they might even become a catif. That'd be kind of unique. Never getting past that racism hurdle, are we? Yeah, people don't, the Camarilla are not big fans of Thin Bloods. The Sabbat like Thin Bloods to a certain degree, and there's a lot of Anarch Thin Bloods. Overall, Thin Bloods kind of cool. I don't recommend playing them unless if you kind of know the system already ahead of time. And it's usually fun to do more of a clan focus of Thin Bloods than it is to do a Thin Blood and a bunch of other vampires, because as much as vampire is about being with your coterie, a lot of vampires are not fans of Thin Bloods and will treat you like dookie. And with that, that's all the vampire clans. But I'm getting tired. I'm tired. I wish a Bruja would bite me so I could stay awake forever during the nighttime. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this kind of video and want to see more, don't be afraid to leave more suggestions. I could talk about different clan powers. I could talk about the powers in general. I could talk about werewolves. I could deep dive into some of the creatures that exist. It's very neat. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay thirsty and eat hookers.